Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is JP here with Crypto Hobby, and just had to make another video talking about Reddcoin and the wallet. So I got very interested in Reddcoin by listening to Altcoin Buzz, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. I'll leave a link below if you aren't, but a lot of good tips, a lot of good information on there, especially for people that haven't been in it too long, like myself. But I've got a lot of good tips off of Altcoin Buzz, and there's some other places too, obviously, but that's a great place to go. Shout out to them. So this is the website for Reddcoin, and it's very complete. It's a great website. A lot of information on here. The wallet is what I really wanted to talk about today, because there are some issues with it, and I've gone through the whole process, so I thought I'd just go ahead and share it with you. You can download it here just by clicking on this wallets here, and then I've already done this, so you just pick out which computer is yours, follow the instructions, and it'll download the wallet to your computer. And so it's very simple. And I'll just tell you, I initially purchased the Reddcoin on Cryptopia, and I got about 7,500 of them. I paid about 0.00879 is what I paid for it. Now it's worth 0.02116. So I only invested like $100 or so, but still, if you look at it, it's up. So I mean, this is a good coin, and it's still at a good buying price, I think. So you can get it on Cryptopia. This, by the way, is a neat little portfolio platform that I use, AltPocket, and I'll leave a link to that too if you want. Just keep track of all your coins and how they're doing, your initial purchase, and maybe I'll do a separate video on these guys. They're good. So anyway, the wallet, when you download it, it's going to take a little bit of time to download it and to install it on your computer. But once you get it installed, then what it wants to do is it wants to sync up with the network, with the blockchain, and sync all the transactions have to be current and up to date on your computer. So and this way you can start staking. So everything that's in your wallet, you can start staking with Reddcoin, and you can start earning. It's kind of a form of mining. You hold the coins on your computer, and the longer you hold them, and if you don't trade them a lot, and that's a good thing. You just hold them on your computer, and then your coins start to age, and then as they become, and the more coins you have, and the older that they are, the more coins you receive. So anyway, when you first put this wallet on, it's going to say that it needs like 3 or 4 days to sync up with the network so that you can be up to date and start staking. Well, you don't want to do that. You want to spend 4 days waiting for this thing to sync. So I found this Cyber MacGyver on YouTube here has a great video on how to get around that. So I'm going to leave a link to his video, because that is just golden. I followed his steps point by point, no problems at all. Everything went great. So we got it synced up. And I think the idea is you're supposed to just leave the wallet open, and you're supposed to leave your computer on. So I don't know how practical that is for some people, but if you shut off your computer, then you'll stop staking, and and then when you turn it back on, if you turn it off for 1 day and then a couple days later you turn your computer back on, it's going to say you're 2 days out of sync. So you're going to have to resync. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying keep your computer on all the time, but if you do shut it off, when you turn it back on, it's going to be out of sync. It's going to have to go through it again, through that process. So anyway, once you get that done, after following Cyber MacGyver's advice, instead of 4 days, it only took me 30 minutes to get synced up. So probably less than that, actually. And so I transferred out of Cryptopia into my wallet, 7,500, and they took about 50 of them out of there for that. So it wasn't too bad. So I've got $74.99 in there right now, and that's probably where they're going to stay. So anyway, if you hover over this little green thing down here, it tells you what your average weight is, your total weight, your network weight, and then expected to earn reward tokens once every, and mine says 631 days. So when I first turned my computer on about an hour ago, it said expected to earn reward once every 708 days. So it went down by a lot in an hour. So maybe it won't be 630 days. Maybe it'll be a little less than that. So anyway, so it's kind of neat, and I wanted to start getting into mining of some kind, or staking. And so if I can stake without having to buy all the fancy mining equipment, then maybe that's a better way to go. So anyway, that's just a little brief overview of Reddcoin and the wallet situation. So if you like my videos, just go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll leave the links for all of these things below. So appreciate it, and have a great one. Bye-bye.